If you step inside the high-pressure turbine of a modern jet engine, you enter one of the most hostile environments on Earth. Temperatures here routinely exceed 1,500 degrees Celsius. That is significantly hotter than the melting point of steel. And while they are baking in that heat, these blades are rotating tens of thousands of times per minute. The centrifugal force pulling outward on each individual blade is equivalent to hanging an entire car from its tip. The foundational rule of thermodynamics in aviation is simple. The hotter you can run an engine, the more thrust and fuel efficiency you get out of it. But aerospace engineers eventually hit a physical wall. They reach temperatures where traditional metal alloys simply fail. The problem is a metallurgical process known as creep. At these extreme temperatures and rotational speeds, the metal doesn't immediately melt into a liquid. Instead, the microscopic atomic structure of the metal begins to slide. The crystal lattice deforms, causing the turbine blades to slowly stretch outward like chewing gum until they scrape the engine casing and tear the entire machine apart. To break past this thermal barrier, engineers needed to lock that atomic structure in place. They needed a molecular break. They found it in the rarest stable element on Earth, element 75, rhenium. By adding just a tiny fraction of rhenium to the alloy, its heavy atoms wedge themselves inside the crystal lattice, physically blocking the layers of metal from sliding past one another. Without this invisible atomic braking mechanism holding the blades together, modern commercial aviation and military air superiority would physically melt out of the sky. To understand why rhenium is so difficult to acquire, we look far past the Earth. Normal stars are element factories, but they have a strict production limit. Through nuclear fusion, they forge elements up to iron, but no heavier. Creating anything denser requires a catastrophic level of cosmic violence. Rhenium is born in an event called a kilonova. This occurs when two neutron stars, stellar corpses heavier than our Sun, collide. During that chaotic fraction of a second, a massive flood of neutrons bombards atomic nuclei, forging heavy elements like rhenium before scattering them across the vacuum of space. Billions of years later, scattered rhenium dust was caught in the nebula that formed our solar system. As the early Earth formed, it was a sphere of molten magma. In chemistry, rhenium is classified as a siderophile, which literally translates to iron-loving. Because rhenium binds tightly to iron, when heavy iron sank to the center to form the Earth's core, it dragged the rhenium down with it. The element was locked away thousands of miles beneath our feet, leaving the crust entirely barren. This geological exile is the sole reason for rhenium's extreme scarcity today. It exists in the Earth's crust at a concentration of roughly 1 part per billion. That makes it 20 times rarer than gold and the ultimate needle in a planetary haystack. Looking at this early version of the periodic table, you can see the empty space where element 75 belongs. Because it is so vanishingly rare, rhenium was the last stable element discovered by humanity. For 50 years after the periodic table was drafted, it remained a literal blank space. It managed to hide for so long because rhenium forms 0 standalone minerals in nature. You cannot simply go mine a vein of rhenium. Instead, it acts as a molecular parasite. It survives by camouflaging itself inside the crystal structure of another element, molybdenum, which itself is buried as a tiny fraction inside massive, miles-wide copper deposits. For decades, the mining industry was digging up rhenium without even knowing it. When copper ore is processed, it is roasted in massive smelters. But rhenium has a unique quirk. At 360 degrees Celsius, it turns into a gas. For half a century, countless tons of the rarest metal on Earth simply vaporized in furnaces, escaping out factory chimneys as invisible smoke. Today, we capture it by installing massive chemical scrubbers on those copper chimney stacks. But this creates an economic trap known as inelastic supply. There are no dedicated rhenium mines. We only get it as a byproduct of copper exhaust. If the global construction market slows down and companies stop ordering copper wire, smelters cower down, and the global supply of rhenium drops to 0, despite the desperate needs of aerospace engineers. It is a profound geopolitical bottleneck. The production schedules for multi-million-dollar fifth-generation fighter jets are completely at the mercy of the global demand for basic commercial copper plumbing. The necessity of rhenium becomes even more apparent when we leave the atmosphere completely. In deep space exploration, vehicles cannot afford to carry heavy, complex liquid cooling systems to keep their thrusters from melting. every gram of weight matters. Instead of fighting the heat, Rhenium rocket nozzles simply endure it. When an orbital thruster fires, the nozzle spikes to 2,000 degrees. Made of rhenium alloys, the metal glows white-hot, surviving the intense thermal shock and radiating the extreme heat directly out into the vacuum of space, while maintaining its structural integrity. For long-haul missions, like the OSIRIS-REx probe designed to return samples from an asteroid, engineers rely on ion thrusters. These engines operate continuously for months or years. Rhenium is used to protect the internal cathodes of these thrusters from atomic erosion, ensuring the engine doesn't slowly disintegrate under the constant bombardment of highly energetic ions. Back on Earth, Rhenium's unique properties operate on a microscopic scale in medicine. Scientists use artificial isotopes of the element, variants with a different number of neutrons, like rhenium-188, as radioactive smart bombs. Injected directly into liver tumors, the rhenium atoms emit a highly localized radiation. They burn the cancer from the inside out with a tiny, precise blast radius that spares the surrounding healthy tissue. But the supply crisis constantly looms over these advancements. The demand is so high and the crust is so bare that humans are exploring extreme measures to find more. Engineers are currently testing ways to filter toxic gas directly from the mouth of the active Kudryavy volcano in Russia. Others are designing robotic vacuums to harvest polymetallic nodules scattered across the abyssal plains of the deep ocean. Rhenium is an element born in the collisions of dead stars, dragged to the center of the Earth, and ultimately captured from industrial chimney smoke. It is the invisible limit pusher of our civilization. It proves that humanity's greatest technological leaps, from curing disease to touching the edge of the solar system, depend entirely on microscopic amounts of the universe's rarest dust.